Well, Sue Siegel, Chief Innovation Officer at General Electric, Chief Executive Officer for GE Ventures. It's a great pleasure to have you once but more back at the Global Corporate Venture and Innovation Summit 2019.
Thank you. We must stop meeting like this.
I know, with great honour. You're Chairman Emeritus now for the Summit. Why are you here? Why did you come back?
You know, I think what you guys have done have built a tremendous convening point and a kickoff point annually for the corporate venture capital community. We really didn't have a convening point where this type of discipline could come together, and now people know to be able to count on it. And the content that's been developed, the type of tracks that you have on multiple levels, look at the quality of the people that you're attracting. The combination is pretty amazing, and you can't beat Monterey. So there's a lot of reasons for coming back, and I feel very, very both honored and proud to be part of this type of community that really is changing the innovation landscape.
That's wonderful. And so in terms of your speech, you gave a great opening few remarks. We're really touched by the words and everything you've done for us over the few years, so thank you very much from the community. But in your speech you very much talked about the idea of diversity and inclusion. It seems really important to you personally and also for the ecosystem. So can you talk a little bit about why it's important and what you hope the community can do in the future?
Well, you know, I actually think the corporate venture capital groups, as you look at it from a full panorama of investor standpoint, has done pretty darn well in the diversity section. But we can always do better. And I really do believe we can be examples of, in fact, how the rest of the investor community can be. And as you step back and you think about diversity of perspectives, diversity of experiences, diversity of the geographies that people have actually grown up in, but also diversity of gender and race, all of that should be able to be together in a way that really powers us. And there's this quote that I read which actually touched me, which is, we gain our strength from our diversity, and we gain our power from our unity. And we already know we have a common mission of transforming innovation for the big multinationals and for our corporations. If you put diversity into the equation, we're unstoppable. So to me, it's really, really important for each one of us to think, what have I done recently to help the diversity equation actually progress? And make sure that everyone has an opportunity to participate in this and hold ourselves accountable to including those that might not normally have a chance to be in this particular fantastic environment.
That's really interesting. And you described, obviously, there's few bigger corporations than GE, but how do you think GE is sort of changing in terms of the buy, the build and the partnership? Because it feels like corporate venturing is an opportunity for a lot of corporations.
Well, let me say the following, which is, I think every single corporation right now is going through a transformation. GE is going through a particularly big transformation. Digitization of everything is here, and no one is immune to that, right? So as you think about how do you think of the equation of building value over time, which is what corporate venture capital is all about. You have build, you have buy, you have partner. Corporations know how to build. We've been doing it for years. Corporations know how to buy. We do that all the time. Partnership, I would say, is a skill set that all of us can improve. And it's going to be partnership that's going to be the differentiator across the board of who's actually going to win, because this new ecosystem is about co-opetition. It's about the frenemy groups. You're going to see people that are non-traditional players come into a field which you weren't expecting. And partnership is going to advance things because the pace of change will never be as slow as it is today. So the notion of partnership helps us accelerate, but it means we have to be good at partnership, otherwise it's going to slow us down. And right now, fundamentally, I think this is an area that all of us, be it partnering with each other, partnering with the entrepreneurial ecosystem, partnering with the academic institutions, partnering with government, so important for the success overall of anybody that wants to be in the innovation world.
Wow, that's wonderful news. Thank you very much, Sue Siegel. We really appreciate you coming back.
And thank you guys for hosting as you've been hosting and pulling this together. It's fantastic, fantastic record attendance, and I think it's just been tremendous in terms of adding value for the corporate venture capital community.